It's been quite a while since we've talked about the infamous Johnny Somali on this channel, and for those of you that are wondering what's been going on with him, and maybe even thinking that I haven't been making videos on him, because maybe by some miracle he's managed to turn his life around for the better, that's of course not the case at all. I genuinely think we have a better chance of seeing the second coming of Christ rather than Johnny Somali actually trying to change his life for the better. And for the reason as of why I haven't been making videos on him is simply that I've just been waiting for him to get some sort of actual consequence. They've been talking about him going to jail, being arrested, and all these other things for months, and I kind of really just wanted to wait for something to actually look like it's going to stick for once, rather than him just managing to weasel his way out of it again. But today, it looks like that's finally what we're gonna be getting, and just because I haven't been uploading on him, and he hasn't really been facing any real punishment until now, doesn't mean that absolutely nothing has been going on with him for the past few weeks slash months, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick recap of some of the things that he's done since we've last talked about him, including showing up to his own court case drunk and late, taunting Korea with North Korean photos and other propaganda, stalking other streamers and picking up multiple new police reports and charges against him, streaming himself prank calling the cops for $5 donations, and undressing himself and then harassing construction workers. Oh yeah, and in that time frame as well, he's also been beat up multiple more times as well, and we're gonna be taking a look at a bit of one of those clips later. But now that we finally got the recap out of the way, we can take a look at his most recent offense that looks like it's gonna be the one that's actually landing him in jail, and we're gonna be taking a look at this article here with the title, Johnny Somali Guaranteed Prison Time in South Korea After AI Deepfake Scandal. And honestly, those words alone, just lined up together, is truly like watching the stars align. It's literally a match made in heaven. Johnny Somali Guaranteed Prison Time. But going deeper into the AI deepfake scandal part, just from hearing that alone, you can probably already tell what it is, but pretty much what had happened was Johnny Somali had made a deepfake video of him and another popular streamer doing some, let's just say, 18 plus rated things, and pretty much promoted it on his stream and through his Discord. And where the problem comes in is, obviously, not only is that alone a problem, but it seems that South Korea takes malicious AI uses, especially deepfakes, pretty seriously. And going back to the article, it says, under South Korean law, the creation, distribution, or possession of non-consensual AI-generated explicit content is classified as a sexual crime. Legal experts have confirmed that this offense carries a mandatory prison sentence of up to 7 years. Unlike previous charges, which allowed for financial penalties, this particular crime eliminates the possibility of a mere fine. And all of that pretty much boils down to, you're basically 100% fucked if you get hit with this charge. I also do want to note that it does say up to 7 years, which is the higher estimate, but from what I could find, it looks like even if he's not going to be getting the maximum of 7 years, it does seem that the minimum time for this penalty is 3 years. And for those viewers that might be a bit more observant, you might be thinking, oh well, this still has to go to court and everything like that, and that is definitely true, but South Korea also has a 98 to 99% conviction rate, and especially in a case like this, where it's so blatant and clear cut and dry, I'm sure he doesn't really have a fighting chance here. And speaking of fighting chance here, it does look like he actually stated on stream how he's gonna attempt to fight and pretty much weasel his way out of this case, and I'm just gonna go ahead and let that play now to see what you guys think first.
What we're gonna do is we talk to, because I have two lawyers. I have a public defender and I have a paid lawyer that's helping us with other cases. The public defender said it's a good idea and that me and Hank are gonna go to a psychiatrist pretty soon and bring the paperwork. We can go to a psychiatrist here in Korea and bring them the paperwork of that. And hopefully he said it can help my case because I am diagnosed as bipolar 2 in America. You know?
Now, after watching that clip, I'm not even gonna lie, it does look like his absolute best hope and best way out of this really would be the strat that he just came up with, because when they are taking a look at these different cases, they do take into account different mental disabilities and mental disorders, but even with that, they obviously don't just base it on that. They're not gonna say, oh, you're bipolar, you're good to go, we're not gonna pursue you anymore. That's not how it works at all. And just taking away a bit of the hope that I just built up for him by saying this is his best chance he has to get away, that's honestly what I would have said if it was anyone but him. We have to remember that he's basically live streamed every stupid and or illegal thing that he's ever done, including whenever he talks about why he actually makes this content and how it's a 100% conscious decision on his part as of why he does these things. And if you haven't seen one of the multiple clips before of him pretty much saying that he intentionally likes to be an asshole for views, we're just gonna go ahead and take a look at one of them now.
Bro, why are you being racist to other people in other countries? Why are you bullying people in other countries? For money, like, for clout.
I've said it many times. I don't give a f. I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a f at all. Like, period. Like, put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a f. Like, I care about nobody but my self.
Yeah, with clips like that circulating around, and especially with easy access to it from not only your previous streams, but multiple YouTube channels re-uploading them, I don't really think it's gonna be that hard for the courts to prove that even if you are bipolar, that's 100% not the reason that you're going around basically harassing everyone that you see and intentionally breaking rules for the tiniest bit of clout and or money. I also want to mention that a few of his friends, and that sounds really weird coming out of my mouth, pause, that Johnny Somali has friends, but a few of his friends that he had on stream seem to be just as delusional as him in thinking that this is just going to be some sort of breeze that he'll be able to be out of in a month's time, which obviously isn't the case at all. And speaking of being delusional, I feel like I really haven't touched on enough in this video how stupid this guy actually is. Like, at this point, I'm damn near immune to it since I've been making videos on this guy for so long, but just taking a step back, I really don't think I've ever seen, especially a streamer ever, that's been destroying themselves this swiftly and this intentionally as well. Genuinely, every single chance and choice that he's gotten and every intersection that he's gotten to, he's taken the wrong and bad path 100% of the time. It's like if you're playing through a Telltale game for the second time so you already know what's gonna happen, so you just instead decide to choose all of the wrong, bad, and evil choices. And now that I'm thinking about it, and going back to his ultimate goal of him just wanting to be rich and famous off of streaming, while he hasn't quite gotten rich, or necessarily famous off of streaming, to be fair, he hasn't gone unrewarded. He has pretty much made a name for himself as the worst, biggest loser of a streamer to ever touch a camera. But with that, it looks like we might not have to wait much longer to see him finally get some sort of actual punishment, because his court date is on April 7th. And I honestly don't know what he's gonna do until then, because going back to what I said earlier about him getting beat up more often, it seems like it's becoming harder and harder for him to stream without someone recognizing him and wanting to just beat the shit out of him. So with that, we're gonna be wrapping up this video with the cherry on top of taking a look at yet another clip of him being a punk and running away. And the context for this clip is he randomly encountered the guy that beat his ass before, and of course, he recognizes him as the guy that kicked his ass and immediately runs away after just being an asshole to multiple other people mere seconds ago.
The jail is coming. Oh, we gotta get the out of here. Go. Leave. Oh, Dagun. No fight, no fight. Peace. No fight. Talk. No fight. No fight. Please, I say stop it still. Yun. I'm out. 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 Police help me. Go ahead. Out. I love you. Chingu. Dagun, chingu. Chingu. Hey. Come, come, come. Come, no, come, come. Come with me now. Come, come. Taxi, taxi. Taxi, taxi.
It really just never fails to entertain me on how swiftly Johnny Molly turns from an absolute asshole to a punk cowering for no fight, no fight, pretty much at the slightest hint of conflict ever. But with that said, that pretty much wraps up the Johnny Molly situation for now, and if you want to stay up to date, depending on what happens on his court case on, like I said, I think it's the 7th, make sure you like the video and drop a sub. It's 100% free, and if you don't, I'm going to cry myself to sleep. But I'm not gonna hold y'all for too long, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.